Good morning, good morning. I'll tell you one thing. Having this sunrise every morning when I leave for work, pretty cool. Good morning, good morning. One, we have people filming here today for something, which is very exciting. Two, I feel terrible because I made a mistake with the drink. It was supposed to be made with almond milk. I don't think it's because the person was lactose intolerant, because it sounded like they were gonna get it anyway, but I don't know. And I made it with the wrong milk, and I just realized it like half an hour after, and I feel like a terrible person.
So I finished work. I thought I was gonna have to work over because they assigned me, like, technically they assigned me one more, but that one was today if possible, and I was like, yeah, no, because I had photos to upload, but not only Atmos from yesterday, also a what's new photos, and that took me like 35 minutes in itself because that's a lot of photos. So anyway, now I'm heating up some dinner. I'm rewatching some Sweet Life on Deck. And I cannot believe how, that's right. I remember rewatching this though, where the first season is like not really low quality, but it's like very, very early Disney Channel quality. And then the second and third seasons are like, they shot up. Anyway, my hope is that I can finish reading this book tonight. I'm very, very close. I gotta admit, the third half has been kind of boring. Like, not boring as in I don't want to read, but boring as in like the second part of it. It was in like 3 parts, and the first part was second part was great, third part's but I know it's because something probably really big is gonna happen at the end. Actually, I know something really big is gonna happen at the end, and it just like started now. So anyway, but I'm done with work. I would also like to ask if anyone is willing to send some good vibes, prayers, whatever it is that you do. One of my coworkers unfortunately got the news today that she had to leave work early to go put her cat down because unfortunately there was some fluid in her cat's lungs and stomach, and while the stomach was draining, the lungs were not, and the lab results came back and it was cancerous and it was not something that they could fix. And so that was heartbreaking to see that. And just, yeah, if you're willing to kind of send some thoughts, prayers, good vibes to her and her family, I know I would appreciate it. I know she would appreciate it. Yeah, that was just So I finished the book. I gotta say, Suzanne Collins is a masterful storyteller. I also just recently found out, and I haven't fact-checked this, but apparently she was a screenwriter, or is a screenwriter as well, and so she had experience screenwriting before she wrote the Hunger Games book. So she essentially did the opposite of what I did. I wrote a screenplay and then tried books. And then I was like, never mind, I'm going to stick to screenplays. I think she kind of went, I've tried both, I'm going to stick to books. But I think that's part of the reason why I love her writing so much, is because it's not in a screenplay format, but it's a similar sort of style of storytelling. This one was a little bit different. This one was a little bit more, I don't want to say more book, because they're all books, but like this one was significantly longer than any of the original trilogy. As I said, the first part of it, I was definitely invested. It's not like the other books that I read where I get like 50 pages in and I'm like, wow, I'm bored. I definitely was like, okay, I see where this is going. And I'm liking it. I just kind of hope it gets there faster. But like, I knew it had said this was not going to be a Snow apologist story. It was not going to be a redemption arc. And I was like, good, because he shouldn't have one. But it like revealed so much of how, and I loved it too because there were small not hints, but like there would be small things that he does throughout the book that you're like, whoa, that's like, wow, that's the Snow that we know. Like, those are hints of the Snow that we know from the trilogy. And then, but he has this romance going on sort of with Lucy Gray. And so you're sitting there going, well, I mean, this is 64 years before we meet him for the 74th Hunger Games. Like, oh my God, like, how does he get to be this terrible tyrant, you know, person? And then just as the book goes on, you see more and more of those things. And like the ending, oh my God, the last like 15 pages. There's one aspect, I'm not going to spoil it. There's one aspect at the very end of the book that is very much left open to interpretation. We don't really know what happened, and I kind of have mixed feelings about that. I would like to know what happened, but at the same time, I really enjoy that everyone can draw their own conclusion. It's very poetic, but not in a, because I'm not a poetry person, but it's really, really poetically done. Like, there are so many ties to earlier in the book that later in the book, like, it's just done so well. So definitely a long book, but I'm very glad that I enjoyed it. I'm heading to bed. Oh, totally forgot to mention, just real quick, filming was happening at the bakery today, for a, like, food show or whatever, so that was really cool. But yes, I'm heading to bed, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. On social media is in the description. Love you all.